Wildcard season is here, and if you're struggling with underperforming defenders, unreliable benches, or just feeling like your squad is falling behind, now might be the perfect time to reset. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a wildcard team that covers clean sheet potential, budget enablers, and some explosive captaincy options. Whether you're ready to activate your wildcard now, or just planning ahead for the next few weeks, this draw should give you plenty of ideas for players to target. Starting in goal, I've gone with Raya. He's got Nottingham Forest at home, and honestly, Forest have been poor defensively. They've conceded in every single match so far this season, and I just don't see them troubling Arsenal too much. Arsenal will want to bounce back after losing that clean sheet to Liverpool last week, and I fully expect them to bring their A game. I've still got Sells and Alaina in their current squad, and with Forest heading to the Emirates, there's just no way I'm backing them for a clean sheet. That's why Rayo feels like the safe and reliable option here. Moving into the defense, I've got the Crystal Palace double up. First is Mark Guehi at 4.6 million. He's a cheap and reliable way into their backline. Alongside him, Chris Richards at 4.5 million is another bargain pick. Palace already have 2 clean sheets from their first 3 matches, and their fixtures look strong in the short term. I would rather have LaCroix or Munoz, but I'm not able to afford them. So for now, I have Mark Guehi and Chris Richards. Finally, in the defense, there is Ndiaye and Timber from Arsenal at 5.6 million. I would have loved to have Gabriel if the budget allowed, but Timber has impressed in his own right. Arsenal's defense is one of the best for clean sheets, and Timber adds that extra bonus of attacking potential. He already has 2 goals and an assist, so if the clean sheets doesn't come, he can still deliver points elsewhere. First up in the midfield is Ndiaye. I'm very happy with this pick. He has scored 2 goals already this season. He costs 6.5 million and is still only selected by 9.5% of managers. That makes him a brilliant differential. He's cheaper than someone like Grealish, who's been flying recently, but offers real value and flexibility. Next is Moses Caicedo. At 5.5 million, he's a budget enabler who still carries some upside. Chelsea faces Brentford away in Game Week 4, and while Palmer being out doesn't hurt them, Caicedo is still capable of the occasional attacking return, plus points from defensive contributions. He's cheaper than Enzo, so if you're tight on funds, like myself, he's a very handy option. Then of course is Mohamed Salah. He's very expensive at 14.5 million, but this is a week to captain him. He's away to Burnley, and I think most managers will give him the armband. He hasn't looked like peak Salah yet this season, but this feels like the kind of game that could flip the switch and remind us all why he costs what he does. And finally is Semenyo. Yes, he blanked in Game Week 3, but I'm not worried. Bournemouth faced Brighton at home in Game Week 4, and Semenyo has showed enough to stay in my team for the long run. His fixtures are strong right into Game Week 9, so unless something drastic happens, I'll be holding on to him. First up for my forwards is Ekitike. This feels like his week to shine. Liverpool's fixtures are starting to ease up, and if you've been sitting on the fence about him, this could be the time to jump on. The only issue is Liverpool signing Isaac. What does that mean for Ekitike's minutes going forward? It's a risk. Alexander Isak hasn't played since last season, so he probably won't start immediately, but it does make me a little nervous. But for now, I'm willing to take that chance, as I believe he will be great against Burnley in Game Week 4. Next is Victor Gyökeres. He's got Nottingham Forest away, and I actually brought him in as a replacement for Saka. I wanted to stick with an Arsenal attacker, and Gyökeres fits the bill. He's already scored a couple of goals against Leeds, and I'm curious to see how he does in tougher fixtures. From game week 7, Arsenal fixtures look amazing, so I wanted to get ahead of the curve before his price starts going up. And then there's Joao Pedro. He's been fantastic so far, 2 goals and 2 assists in the first 3 game weeks. Chelsea faced a weakened Brentford side in game week 4, so I'm confident that he can keep that momentum going. The only downside is that Enzo is currently taking penalties, which I hope that Joao Pedro will be taken, but regardless, he's still a solid pick. On the bench, I've got Marco Bizot as my backup keeper. Aston Villa is one of the best opening run of fixtures, but they have been dreadful so far, sitting at 19th on the table. They're a better team than that, so I believe they're due for a comeback. Bizot rotates well with Raya. In Game Week 5, when Arsenal faced City, Aston Villa actually faced Sunderland, so I can rotate him in for Raya, which gives me some flexibility. Next on my bench is Reinders. He is cheap and flexible, however he's not in the team because I don't fully trust City right now. They're going through like a weird spell, so he's on my bench. Then there's Tarkowski at 5.5 million. It feels weird benching a defender that expensive, but Game Week 4 feels like the match where Aston Villa will finally start scoring some goals, so he's on my bench currently. Finally, there is Senesi from Bournemouth. He's really great in the defense, and Bournemouth has some strong fixtures coming up. He's only on the bench because I prefer my Crystal Palace options this week, but he does rotate nicely with my players. In Game Week 5, when Crystal Palace faced Liverpool, those 2 players can be benched for Senesi, who is playing Leeds, and Tarkowski, who faces West Ham for that week. So that's my wildcard draft that I've put together. Personally, my current team is a bit of a mess. I've got Forest defenders who aren't keeping clean sheets for anything, none playing goalkeeper in Areola, and a weak bench with 0 pointers, so I'm very tempted to pull the trigger this week. But what about you? Are you wildcarding now, or are you holding off a bit longer? Let me know down in the comments. And if this breakdown gave you some ideas for your own squad, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.